I'm going to keep my jumper on for a minute because I'm freezing till I get warmed up. So feet are hip width and parallel, folks. Spread out your toes and your fingers. Stretch them out a few times. Put some space between those feet and toes and hands. And then relax them down, have a little rock forwards and back. You can close your eyes, settle in. And it's a very subtle sway. And you can feel your core responding. When you go to the edge at the front and the edge at the back, you can feel your back working, you can feel your tummy working, you can feel your legs working. Try and keep your toes soft though. And that's shuffling around. Deep breath in and a long sigh out. Start to draw up on the legs, so the knees are squeezing your thighs, your bottom, your pelvic floor and your tummy. I hope we've got David on as well, Tracy. I'll have to think of lots of animal analogies for him. Scoop up the tummy, nip your waist in, and then just start to stand tall. And it feels like you're separating the vertebra, lengthening up through the crown of your head, chin slightly retracted, arms just hanging. Open out the collarbones and set the shoulder position. So the shoulders are set down. There's a little bit of effort in the upper back just to anchor them down. Neck free, head moving freely. Retract your chin for me, give me 5 chins. I'm getting used to seeing mine on the camera now. And then ease off. Go again, retract. Don't go down, back. Ease off. One more time, retract. Relax the arms. Ease off just slightly to a double chin and then turn your face to the right. Squeeze it there as far around as it'll go. Inhale. Drop your chin down, take it across your chest smoothly, go around to your left, as far around as that will go. Inhale. Drop your chin down and across your chest and round to the right. Heart up, chest open, inhale. And then down and across one last time around to your left. Bring your face into the middle, left ear to left shoulder. Have a nod or a circle or any kind of movement that feels nice. Oof. Creaky, creaky. Now you could just leave your head here and that would be fine, or you can float your arm up and over, place your fingertips under your ear, your jaw, your cheekbone. Don't press down, lift up and off. So it's a fingertip grip and just a little bit of traction, and then start to circle your other shoulder round. Yow. Crunch, 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 crunch. Are you still squeezing your thighs, your bottom and your tummy? One more time. Reach down. Take a breath in. Exhale, release the weight of your arm. Let it come down. Roll the chin down into the middle of your chest. Soften your knees. Breathe in and roll down. Head, neck, shoulders curling all the way. And go as far as you want to, hands on legs if you wish, with your tummy in, let your head have a shake or a nod or a waggle. Breathe in. And press with your legs on, curl your beautiful spine, rolling up, vertebra at a time. Get taller, sweep your arms, look up. Bring them wide. Roll your shoulders around. Pause with the knees slightly bent, engage your core, and use your tummy to take you round into a little twist. Nice and chilled out to begin with. Head directly above your tail, so you're not waving your head around. It's directly on the axis, but you let it turn and let it go. And let your arms go. And hit the furniture or the person next to you. Begin to slow it down. Come back to the center in your own time. Pause, full up on your knees, thighs, bottom, pelvic floor, tummy, lengthen up again, heart open again, inhale. And now take right ear to right shoulder. Ooh, have a nod or a circle or any kind of movement you wish. Notice any difference on this side. And then float the arm up and over. So it'll be right arm up and over, fingertips under your jaw, under your cheekbone, under your ear. Have a sense of traction of lifting up and off, and then start to circle your other shoulder round. There we go. Whoa. Get the shoulder, really lift it up, roll it back, press it down, lift it up, roll it back, press it down. Good. One more time. Reach down, inhale. And as you exhale, release your arm down, roll the chin into the middle of your chest. We're going halfway this time. Soft knees, inhale. Head, neck, shoulders, curl. Scoop your belly up, curl over, so you're just like a little walking stick. Your tail is hanging down, your tummy's drawn up, your ribs are curled over, and then a shoulder shimmy. Your hands are about knee height. Let the shoulder blades spread apart. Gradually let those arms feel heavier, so there's no effort in them. The shimmy is being created by your tummy, really. And then soften your knees a bit more and continue down. Let yourself hang, inhale. And as you exhale, drop your tail down, roll your spine up, restack beautifully. When you get to the top, sweep your arms out, up. Now, are you ready? Exhale, swing. Inhale, come up. You're going to go onto your toes. Drop your shoulders. Exhale, swing. Give me a ta-da. Exhale, swing. You've got to keep the practice in, you know. Exhale, swing. Watch those ribs don't flare up, Lindsay. Anchor them down. Squeeze with your back. Exhale. I want you to lock your shoulders in, so when you get to the top, they drop down, but you're squeezing your upper back. Go again. Exhale, swing. Inhale, up. One more time. And then come down into standing. Roll your shoulders around. Turn your heels together. Your toes go out. So I want you to have just a small wedge of pizza or cake, not a massive one. And in this position, you're going to bend your knees, push them out and squeeze with your bottom to try and pull the knees out a little bit. And then press, and if you can, float up onto your toes with your ankle, shin and knee pointing in the same direction as your toes in that soft V. Down we go, heels together, bend your knees, tuck your tail under a little bit. Up you come, float up onto your toes. You can hold a friend, a child, a partner, a wall. Float up onto your toes. One more time, heels together, knees out, squeeze your bottom. Float up. Now we're carrying on, but before we do that, elbows in at the side. Roll the collarbones back, so you're not tensing, just open out across the upper back. Brace with your tummy and your bottom. Squeeze your legs together, you might as well. And then elbows go into your side, hands go apart. Bring it back in. And again, relax your fingers and your wrists and bring it back in. And again, keep the elbows tucked in, squeeze across your upper back. So the bands and balls haven't arrived yet for those of you that needed them. But when they do, I will communicate with you, get them to you somehow, and we'll be able to do this with a band. So if you have got a band and you want to pick it up, now's your moment. Should you wish to. 2 more. Are you squeezing your legs? 1 more. And release your arms. Bend your knees again, push your knees out, tail tucks under, press evenly into your feet, and then come up. Now glue your ankles, your heels together, calves together, thighs together, and come up onto your toes, everything pressing inwards. Really think of your legs as stiff objects and press in, particularly from the groin down. Bend your knees, go down. Tail tucked under, knees out. Come up, glue the heels, calves, thighs, and up you come. Really feel both cheeks are working to the same extent. You're not just favouring one leg. Down we go again. Go again, squeeze, and up you come. Down, heels go together, knees wide. Keep the heels together, come up with calves, thighs, pressing inner thighs, pressing bottom, squeezing a slight tail tuck. Down we go. One more. Now if you can do it, stay here, everything pressing in, heels, calves, thighs, and then elbows in at your side. Off we go, squeeze and back in. I want you to have wrinkly trousers, but there's nobody behind you to see. Squeeze your bottoms and upper back. Really feel the whole of your back is working. Squeezing in between your shoulder blades, underneath your shoulder blades. Lower back, holding you strong. Bottom squeezing, inner thighs working, calves working. One more time, press those heels in. And release. Now keep your legs turned out like they are in a slight V shape. Take the weight onto your left leg. And we're going out and in. And out and in. Point your toe to the corner of the mat and down. To the corner and down. Out. If you need to hold something, you can. A chair, a wall. It looks like I'm holding the side of the rail there, doesn't it? Resting the hand on the setting. Out and in. Two more. Out and in. One more. And release. Take the weight onto your right foot. Here we go with your left, I hope. Out with your toe, in with your heel. Out with your toe, in with your heel. Watch what your ribs are doing. So it's not about height particularly. It's just long, lean leg, pointing to the corner of the room, shoulders drop down, heart lifted, and breathe. Let the heel skim the floor as it comes in. Point and flex. Lift out of your standing leg and flex. Last 4, and down. Last 3. Last 2, and down. One more. And release. Give your legs a little bit of a shake. Just loosen them off. Good. And then sitting with your feet together, knees together, ankles together. Come up onto your toes. So again, working the calves, and I can feel and see, look, that my ankles like to roll out. So I have to really work at lifting the arches because I'm flat-footed and getting the ankles over the big toe and the next toe. Take a breath in and then exhale, off we go. Swing. Up you come. Peel yourself up onto your toes. It's harder if you're on carpet. I am learning. Exhale, swing. Up you come. Try not to let your knees waggle as you go down. So glue them together and down we go. If your knees don't like it, don't go so far. If your back doesn't like it, you can give me a ski squat instead, where you just do that. Back flat. Come into your balance. And again, exhale. If your knees are happy, you're going lower with your bottom. 2 more. Whee. Drop your shoulders, lift your heart, tuck your ribs. 1 more. Exhale. Inhale. And come down. Roll your shoulders around. Have your feet hip width apart, parallel. So look down, check that they're pointing forwards. And then with your tummy in, you're going to slowly start to sit back. Sit back. It's not forwards. Get your bottom back, almost like your knees are. When you look down, you can just about see your toes over the tops of your knees. You're sitting right back. Go a bit lower, bit lower, bit lower. Woo! And then lift. Go again, sit back, engage your core, get the weight back into your heels, stick your bottoms out, you've got a lumbar hollow, your tummy's supporting you. Go a little bit lower. Come on, a little bit lower, and a little bit lower, and then lift. Twice more. So if you're not happy with your knee joints going that low, just stay here. And when I say a bit lower, you're going there, and then there, you know. But if you can do it, get down to kind of 90 degree at the L shape at the knee. And then when I say a bit lower, which is now, go lower, a bit lower, a bit lower. Hold. And lift. Ooh, shake your legs. One more time. Inhale. We've only got one to go. Come on, Peggy. Squeal over the top of the bread machine. Wherever it is for you, this is in. These are working. Check you're not pushing into your toes. Your toes are soft. Go a little bit lower. And a little bit lower. And sit back a little bit lower. 5, 4, 3, 12. Shake out your legs. Whoa, that was nasty. Don't know whose idea that was. So take the weight onto your left foot for me. Bring your right foot up behind you. Hold a placebo wall, a real wall, a friend. And squeeze your bottom tuck under. Let's open out the front thigh that's just been working. No sinking into this supporting hip. Pull it in. Pelvis level. Chest rolled. Not chest, shoulder rolled back. So the chest isn't twisting round, it's just the shoulder that's reach round for your leg. And then release. Shake out. Take the weight onto your right foot. Left foot up behind you. Let the knee come parallel. Doesn't have to be touching. Roll the shoulder back, but not the ribs. So square your rib cage up. And then squeeze your bottom. Scoop up pelvic floor and tummy. Hold this area nice. And breathe. There we go. Elaine, are you balancing? Are you holding on to something? What about Fiona? How's your calf and ankle coping? There's normally a bit of at this point. And slowly release, shake out your legs. Now again, depending on your knees and things, we're not doing many, but stand with your feet hip width apart and parallel, a bit more leg work for you. I want you to lift your right knee up, find your balance, and then you're going to take it behind you, put your toe down, come down into a lunge. Now your knee isn't on the floor, you might not be able to see that because of the colour of the mat, but knee isn't on the floor. Up you come, lift your knee back up again. So just focus your gaze out in front of you. Toe goes down, drop your knee, curtsy, up you come. Leg goes down behind you, go slow. Push into the standing leg. Leg goes back, drop down into a 90-degree bend. And up you come. Back you go, drop down. Try not to put much weight on the back foot. So it's down for balance, but you feel like the effort is going on in the front leg. So it's there for balance. You put it down, yes, but just take some of the effort into the front leg for me. One more. And take your leg out to the side. Hold it while I turn around. Circle it round. Your arms could be here or here or here. And your hips are facing forward, square to the front. Add a bit of movement to the back of the circle so that you don't end up with the circle diagonally in front of you. It's out to the side. Half the leg movement is behind you, half of it is in front of you. Change direction. Lift up out of your standing leg. Lift up out of your waist. Drop your shoulders. 3, 2, 1. Go up, 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 and plant. Now choose to stop here if you wish, or come down all the way if you wish. What a relief, forwards and back we go. Thumbs to sternum, little froggy stretch. Chest up. Not just sinking into your hips. Push down a bit with your feet so that you just rise out of the hips and the legs and the bottom's active. And then we're forwards and back. Nice. Good, good, good. Well done. Take your hands down. Push firmly. Lift some weight off your knees. Let your head drop. Walk the feet in slowly till they are broadly together. Let your head go. Give it a shake. And then engage your pelvic floor and your tummy. Soften your knees and roll your spine up. The tail drops down. The spine restacks. The head comes up last. Sweep your arms. Bring it wide. Roll your shoulders around. Now standing again, feet hip width and parallel. And now you're going to take the weight onto your, I think it's left foot. No, right foot. Right foot. And lift your left knee up. Find your balance. So you're going to lean forwards a little bit, take the leg behind you. The toe goes down, you go into your lunge. Front leg is where the effort is. Up you come, lift your knee again. And again, take it through and behind. Drop down. Up you come again. Fix your gaze. Down you go. And lift. Take it back. Knee stays off the floor. And lift. Keep your knee off the floor. Woohoo! Anybody got one side wobblier than the other? You can have your hands on your hips if you want. They're out here. Bend and lift. And drop down. Keep the knee lifted. Last up. Push into the front leg. Try not to use momentum. It's easy to get down here and push with your back leg. I want you to come up with control using the standing leg. Here, slow. So that initial lift comes from here. One more time. Knee down. Lift up. Take the leg out to the side. I can't turn around on a mat. Circle. Now your arms could be here, or here, or here. But circle the leg out to the side. Standing leg working hard in balance. This hip getting stronger as well. Core working as well in standing. Circle the other way. Make sure you add a bit to the back of the circle. Keep your legs straight. Body isolated, not moving. 3, 2, 1. Lift it up. A bit higher. A bit higher. Who bailed? Down you go. Now push into your feet so your bottom's just off the floor, and off we go, side to side. If your knees aren't happy, then you're here with a flat back, chest open. So you don't have to be all the way down if your joints don't like it, your ankles, your knees or your hips. Push that floor down. Lift your bottom a centimetre. Chest open, folks. I want you to feel your upper back is working. You are squeezing your upper back to slide your shoulder blades down and open out the front. Good, good, good. Take your hands down, push firmly, lift your bottoms, walk your feet in, let your head hang. Deep breath in. And then push with your legs, drop your tail down, uncurl your beautiful spine, roll it up. When you get to the top, sweep, reach, bring your arms wide, roll your shoulders around. Okay, that was your warm-up. Standing at the back of your mat. So we are going to come down with a roll down and a downward dog and do a little bit more work. I said it was a focus on bottom and legs today. It has been so far. Inhale for me. Slight knee bend, pelvic floor, tummy lifted. Start to curl your spine. Imagine it's a scroll of paper and you're curling tightly in on yourself, otherwise you won't be able to get the note in the bottle for the milkman. Curl, curl, curl in tightly. And when you get down, your tummy is still strongly supporting you. Just have a little shift forwards and back here of your body weight. No grippy toes though. Just kind of allow your pelvis to rock forwards and back. Relaxing your shoulders, relaxing your arms, letting your head hang. Begin to walk out. You don't need to look at the floor. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take your hands shoulder width apart or a bit wider and slowly walk it through, heel toe. So you're going to get a nice movement in the arch. Look at the arches and try and get your toes to bend Lift the arches, push one heel down, and then lift the arch, push the other heel down. Nice and slow. Your back is as flat as you can get it, your ribs are going towards mid-thigh, and your head is relaxed. Now let both heels go towards the floor and have a sway from left to right. Just swing your hips around from left to right. If you needed to come onto your forearms, please do. Now with the right foot down on the floor, take your left leg up as high as it'll go. Circle your ankle in the air and lift that leg as high as it'll go. Let your ribs sink as a counterbalance. It's almost like a seesaw. Leg goes up, ribs go down. So sink your ribs towards the straight leg that's holding you up. And then bring that leg down, control the landing, push into that heel, other leg goes up behind you. Notice any difference on your legs. Work the standing leg as strongly as you can so it's straight if possible. Circle the foot in the air. Arms are straight. Don't let your elbows bend. And reach away. Reach away with your hands. Reach away with the toes. So it feels dynamic and strong. And then bring that leg smoothly, control it down, swing your hips forwards, come out into a plank. Now if you want to be on your forearms, please do. If you want to put your knees down, please do. See if you can just hold it for a few moments. So you're not hanging your hips here. Lift your hips up a little bit. Push the floor away with your hands so your shoulder blades are spread apart. Head not hanging, it's in line. Squeeze the thighs, squeeze your bottom. Have the feeling of drawing your legs together. And from here, knees go down, sit back, release back into child's pose. We've made it. Let your head weight hang on the floor or on your hands or on a cushion. And 3D breathing. Feel and visualize the back of your body opening out when you breathe in. The sides of your body, the chest and the front of your body. Deep breath. Exhale and uncurl, head last. Rolling back up. Good, coming out onto all fours. So you've got your hands under your shoulders, your knees under your hips. Not back here, hands under shoulders, knees directly under hips. Now, if you wanted to, you could be on your knuckles, and if you needed to, you could also be on your forearms. And if you absolutely need to, you can lie on your tummy and just do the leg bit, which is absolutely fine. You're going to inhale, and as you exhale, without letting your hips rock or sway, slide slowly your left toe out behind you, like you're drawing a line in some sand. Your leg goes stiff and straight, you've made a little puddle of sand at your toes. And then you're going to squeeze your bottom and lift that straight leg up to horizontal. And there it's going to remain. You pretend your knee is resting on a stool or a poof. And if you've got one of those, just pretend your knee is at that height. Careful your hips haven't turned outwards. Point your headlamps to the floor and then flex your foot, curl your heel into your bottom as close as it'll come. Point your toes and lengthen the leg, tighten the front thigh. Curl the heel and resist with the back of your leg, move through treacle. Push and point your toes through treacle and quads work. So it's back of leg, front of leg, back of leg. Now your supporting hip is also working. Your shoulders are working, your tummy's working, your back's working. So the only bit that's moving is from knee to toe. That thigh is not dropping. Some people will be doing that when they curl the leg in, it'll just naturally want to drop. I want you to keep the knee and the thigh resting on that poof, imaginary. Last two. Point, keep the knee up, one more. And then you're going to curl the leg in, keep it here, and you're going to take your knee down to the other calf and up. So it goes just beyond the other calf. So a diagonal line behind you and lift. Don't move your hips around, don't swing your pelvis. Going down and lift. So it's going across and lift, down and across to the other calf and lift. When you lift, don't swing the leg out to the side because your pelvis will want to twist. Just go back in line with your hip. Down and lift, down and lift, down and lift. Last two. You're still smiling at me. Come on, legs 11. Now stay here. Now you are allowed to let your pelvis twist. Bring that knee round at poof height, all the way up to your shoulder. Bring it back. And again, bring it round to your shoulder. Bring it back. So it's like a big letter C, a semicircle. Curve it out to the side. You're trying not to let your shoulders move. Yes, your pelvis will tip, but try and keep your spine long and not shorten the waist. So when the knee comes up to your shoulder, you're not going like a banana and swinging your hips around like we used to in the old Jane Fonda days. She was before my time. Keep your waist long as that knee comes up. Last three. And down. If you've got new hips, your leg will be a lot lower. One more. And down. And release. Take your knees apart. Sit back, take the weight off your hands and relax. Just release your wrists. Wiggle around and let your pelvis sink. And then on curly spine, walk your hands in. So, onto your other side. That means that we're nearly there. We've only got two legs. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Natural arch in your lower back, back of the neck long, head in line. You can come onto your knuckles or forearms if you need to. You can lie on the floor and just do the leg bit without having to be on your wrists. So slide your leg out, not that you can do the big sweepy move at the end, but you can do the other two. And lift your leg. Now notice, are you swinging to one side with your pelvis and your body weight? Try and keep some body weight over that imaginary leg support. And then curl in, keep your knee up, point your toes and lengthen. Curl in, keep your knee up, point your toe and lengthen. Tighten your front thigh there. Squeeze and curl in with your heel to bottom. At that point, your back usually likes to arch. When you've got your heel in, just slightly do a tail tuck and then point. So when the heel comes in, it's just a real awareness of not letting your back arch anymore. And that when you point the toe away from you, you are pushing through treacle. Curl, resist, curl, resist. Heel, toe, heel, toe, nearly there. Heel, toe, heel, toe. This side's harder for me. Heel, toe. Maybe I just started on the strong side. And then curl the heel in, stay there. Take your knee down across to the other calf and lift. Take it down and lift. So if you were lying on your tummy at this point, all you'd be able to do is a bent leg with a tiny little knee lift off the floor. Obviously, you wouldn't be able to take your knee through the floor. You would have to just do a tiny little donkey kick into the air. Wherever you are, folks, your tummy is in. Shoulders are pushing the floor down. Chest open. Body still. Go down across your calf so you've got a diagonal line and then lift up to that start position. You're not going out to the side with the leg. That comes in a minute. Down to the calf and up and across. Take it beyond the calf, up to the top, beyond the calf, up to the top. Last three. A little bit of extra at the top, please. One more. Ooh, stay here. Turn your knee out, sweep your knee up to your armpit or elbow or wherever you can reach, bring it back again. Big letter C, round it comes. And back, and round, and back. Stay looking down, sweep it round, and back, and round. So you try to really get the hip open. Use your glutes to keep the leg high. Bring it up to your armpit and round it goes. And back, and three, and back. Ooh, mine's dropped. 2, All right, back, that's better. And one, and back, and release. Sit back into your child's pose, take the weight off your hands, bring them round by your feet. Anybody feeling the bottom? Not literally. Well, literally, just not with your hands. Take a deep breath in. Lift your pelvic floor and your tummy, uncurve your spine. Slowly coming up and back out onto all fours. Hands, knees, and bumps a daisy. So you can be on your hands, your knuckles, or you can go to the wall. We are doing some tricep push-ups, but not many. Inhale as you bend your elbows into your ribs. Exhale as you push the floor away. Inhale, lower yourself down. Exhale, push. So if your shoulders don't like it, please go to the wall. Or alternatively, you could do those ones we did in class before we had to isolate ourselves. We push back, push back, push back. So if your shoulders aren't happy with the weight or your wrists, you can do pushbacks. Lower and lift. So your core is working, your tummy and your back are working, but we're getting a bit of arm strength. Last two. One more. Take one more child's pose. Well done. Release. Let your head release to the floor or cushion or mat. This is what you come to class for, isn't it? The moments of in between the effort. Life of contrast. Uncurl your spine. Head comes up. Hands go out. Tuck your toes under. Take your weight back and up. Find me another quick downward facing dog on your forearms or on your hands. And from here, you are going to walk your feet in towards your hands. They come in slowly, you bend your knees a lot. Eventually your feet are between your hands. Don't mind if your knees are well and truly bent or your legs might be a bit straighter. Play around with that. Be careful, Sue Clarkson. And then let your bottom come down. Release down into sitting. Yay, we made it. Hold your thighs, lift up tall. So we're going to use the arms a lot to begin with. Lean back, wheel your pelvis under first, round out the waist, then the shoulder blades, then the head comes forwards. Use your arms here. I'm just hanging on my arms, there's no effort. Inhale, pelvic floor and tummy curl forwards. Get used to the breathing. Inhale, lift. So you don't need to go far. If your back's not happy, just go a little way. Keep it really high. Go lower if you feel able. Inhale. Scoop up your pelvic floor before you set off, curl forwards. Inhale, lift. Lean, tuck, wheel. Let the head reciprocate the curve. Inhale. And then start to make these arms lighter if you feel safe in your back and strong enough to do it. Lift up here. Then lean, then tuck, and then roll. Let your head come back. Maybe let go. Or hold on just more lightly. Inhale. Now, hardly moving. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. So I don't want it to be this. Chin up and chest up. What I want is a crunch downwards. So think of making this curve more curved. So sink your ribs down and round, out your lower back. Hold on if you need to lightly. Your feet are relaxed, ankles are relaxed, pelvic floor is sealed, but pressure in. The breath helps with the diaphragm. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, try and relax your hip flexors. Exhale. Inhale, use your core. Twice more, come on. Exhale. Inhale, one more. Go down slowly, 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 slowly. More slowly. Release. Legs away, arms away. Stretch and wriggle. Dig your heels in, dig your shoulders in, push your hips in the air. And you know what I'm going to say. And then flop. That's nice, isn't it? Bring your arms down. Slide your heels in. Going to have your knees bent. Now, no cushions under your heads here because we're going to shoulder bridge. So, feet are hip width. Pelvis starts level. Arms by your side, shoulders back. Ribs softly tucked down. Inhale. As you exhale, I want you to push down with your feet, not away, down, vertically down, equal pressure through the front of your foot and the heel, and you'll feel the hamstrings kick in. And then start to squeeze your thighs, nothing's moved yet. Start to squeeze your bottom, nothing's moved yet. Lift your pelvic floor, that's moved. Tuck your pelvis under, wheel the hips under, and then pushing down, down, down with your feet, start to roll your spine off the floor, up into a diagonal line, head central. Keep your arms by your side, push down with your hands so that the forearms are pressing down and the triceps, the back of your upper arm is working here, it's holding you up. Inhale, squeeze both cheeks, draw your right knee out to the side a little way. Inhale up to the top, please soften your necks, left knee out to the side. Inhale up to the top, exhale right knee out to the side, the left one hasn't moved. Inhale up to the top, left knee as you breathe out. Inhale, one more pair, exhale, inhale, one more, exhale, inhale, then drop your hips halfway, squeeze up. Now it's not a roll down, it's a drop. Drop them halfway, they've switched off, they've gone floppy, drive up. Drop them halfway, lift up. Let the ribs come down with you, so you're not just dropping your hips and leaving your ribs in the air. Drop your ribs a bit as your hips go. And halfway down and lift. Don't know about you, but the weight's gone into my heels. So can you carry on, but press into your big toe and little toe. Halfway down, take your ribs with you. Halfway down, lift. Press into the flat foot, lift, one more. Stay here. Arms go up and over. They can be on the floor, off the floor, in the air. You choose, and roll your spine down, one vertebra at a time. Really take your time. When your tail gets down, bring your arms down. Bring your right knee into your chest. Bring your left knee into your chest and have a little rock in and out. And then a stir around. Hold onto your shins, inhale. If you're happy to, then press your legs into your hands. The arms will go stiff because your legs are pulling. Then retract your chin. Curl up by pulling away with your legs. And that's pulled your upper body up. If you want to put your heads down, please do. And if you want to keep your legs higher, it's easier. Straighten out your left leg. Pop your right hand on your right ankle. So the bent leg is the one you're holding and your hand is low on the outside, but on the knee on the inside. Then when you do a little step machine, you change. Hand is always low on the outside, on the knee, on the inside. Your back is now what? Imprinted. So your waist is on the floor, your lumbar spine is supported. If you need to, your head can go down, your legs can go higher. You're keeping the imprint. Reach, reach. Fold from underneath your ribs, underneath your chest, not from the neck. The head has moved with you because you're holding this area down. Think about the lowest part of your ribs and tuck it down. Tuck it down. Last. 4, 3, 2, 2. I'm getting lots of angry faces. That means somebody's not doing the move. Reach, 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 reach. Last 4, yes you can. Last 2, last 1, and release. Wow. Take your arms wide at shoulder level. Feet to the floor, twist your knees one way and just chill out. So from a strength point of view, you're done. Yay. Plenty of core work in and amongst. Some of the core work was in standing. You are working your core in all those balances. Some of the core work was in a plank, some of the core work was in a push-up. Lift your knee, lift the other knee, and then shuffle the other way. But of course, nice to do a bit of a single leg stretch as well, just to get the tummy fired up in flexion. But you've done a lot of outer thighs, inner thighs, bottoms, more bottoms, stability around the hips, and back strength. So when you're feeling you need to work your bottom, this is the one to come back to this week. And then lift one knee, lift the other knee. Hold it here, pop your left ankle over your right thigh and draw in. The foot is under the knee, is under the hip, is under the shoulder, so you haven't collapsed to one side. Check your alignment is true. Use your arms to help you. Use this strong leg to pull in a bit and then flex both feet. And if you're able to, lean out to the side you're holding. So just a little leg lean and get more glute stretch. And then this bottom foot, instead of it just hanging in the air to your bum, take it diagonally across your torso, as it were, across your body. So if it's your right foot that's in the air dangling, then it goes underneath your left buttock. And that little twist is like a rudder on a ship. And when you do that, you're pressing your knee almost beyond your shoulder. That's the sense of direction, the line that you're making. And you may feel you've got a better glute stretch. Now, scoop your belly out and push your tail down. So you're not just letting your bum curl under. You're encouraging the lower back to be firmly down and the tail to be down, and you'll get more of a stretch again. Take a deep breath in and then release. Relax your arms, relax your legs, give them a little wiggle. Ankle over thigh on the other side. Check your waist doesn't change length, and especially if it's a tight hip for you. Curl your leg in, take hold of it, drop your shoulders. Settle there for a moment. There's the initial feeling, isn't there, of like, oh, okay. Now, if you're at home, of course, you could be resting your foot on a chair, not on it particularly, but kind of pushing away or on the wall. So, which leg did I have? That one. So you could be doing that. So if you're finding it too much to hold on with your hands, then you can just rest like that. It's quite good. Push this leg away. Then flex your feet. Then lean out to the side that you're holding. Ooh. And then this leg that's just hanging in the air, direct that heel underneath your buttock, so it's going across in a diagonal. So that if you were to, in your mind's eye, follow the line, it goes heel, knee, beyond your shoulder, and that diagonal across your torso, as it were. I hope all this is making sense. Oh. And then what we're going to do, you think you're finished? No, push your tailbone down. Try and just nudge the coccyx and the SI joints down to the floor a bit. You'll need this tomorrow if your bottom's tight. And then release the legs, roll onto your side, push yourselves over onto all fours, little cat curl, ripple, ripple, ripple. From flexion to extension, but it's an articulation. Try and get one bone flowing with the next. Whee. And again. And release. Superb, everybody. Very well done indeed. That was a full-on kind of leg and bum and whatever workout. Hope you've enjoyed that. 30 people on, that's good, isn't it? It's good, at least you're getting more.